Spheres. Alright, so a sphere is a three-dimensional solid where each point is the same distance away from the center, and that distance is the radius. Okay? I think we all know what a sphere is. Alright? Hemisphere is just half a sphere cut right down the middle, so you have two equal sides. Okay? And then a great circle, and that's kind of the edge of the hemisphere. Okay? If you cut it directly in half, the edge of the hemisphere is going to be the great circle. Okay? And that's just the largest circle there is. The circle with the same diameter as your sphere. Alright? Okay. So concept one is finding the volume of a sphere. Here is the formula for the volume of a sphere. It is pretty easy to use because you only have to remember one value, right? We don't have length and height and width. We don't have to worry about that many variables. Okay? What we do have to do is cube it, and you have to remember that you're going to be multiplying it by 4/3. Okay? So that's going to be your formula for the volume of a sphere. It is one of the harder ones to remember. Okay? But if you can, it should be fairly straightforward to figure out. Okay? So let's do a couple. Alright, so I've got my formula, or I've got my sphere. It says my radius is 9 centimeters. So I'm looking at this, and I'm going to get my formula. Come back up here. I have 4/3 pi, oh, that's a weird pi, r cubed is equal to my volume. Okay. So then go and plug my value in. I have 4/3 pi 9 cubed. And then this will be a calculator problem. 9 times 9 times 9, because we're cubing it, 729. And then the way I do 4/3 is I multiply by 4, and then I divide by 3. Okay? And that's the same thing as 4/3. Because this is larger than 1, you're going to end up with a larger number, right? So I had 700 and something, and I multiplied it by 4/3, and now I'm up to 972. And that's the way I would leave it. Okay? So I would say this is equal to 972 pi. Man, I'm struggling with my pi symbols today. 972. There we go. Pi, still kind of. And if I wanted to get that to the nearest tenth, I would multiply that by 3.14 and say that this is about equal to 3052.1. This is going to be cubic centimeters. Okay? Alright, let's do another. Well, this one's going to be pretty easy. So, my diameter is 18 meters. If my diameter is 18 meters, then I'm going to have a radius of 9 meters. Right? And since that happens to be the same in this case, I'm going to go ahead and change that. I'm going to say, so that we have different numbers, let's go ahead and call this, let's say this is 11. Okay, 11 meters is our radius. We'll just scratch out that 18. Okay, so grab our formula again. Volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. 11 meters is our radius. So I'm going to have 4/3 pi 11 cubed. Bring my calculator back. 11 times 11 is 121. times 11 again is 1,331. Alright, so I've got 1,331 pi, and I still got to multiply that by 4/3. Okay. So times 4 divided by 3, and I get 1,774 and 2/3. 1,774 and 2/3. Okay, or 1774 point. We'll round it to 7. Okay, and this still has my pi in it. Right. Okay. If I wanted to find the actual value to the nearest tenth, I'd have to come back, multiply by 3.14, 5,572.5. 5,572.5.